Have you ever opened a journal to write about your feelings and gotten stuck on the very first line? Most of us start the same way. Today at work, my manager said, and then a few lines in, you stop. You read it back, and there's only the incident. The feeling isn't anywhere in it. That happened to me for months. So today, I want to talk about why that is, and how to write in a way that actually makes it past day 3. Here's what's going wrong. Start from the event, and what you produce is a court record, not a journal entry. The reason is simpler than you'd think. When you write what happened, you slip automatically into explaining mode. Who did what, why it wasn't fair, how you should have responded. That's a legal brief about your own day. So of course, you don't feel any lighter when you're done. The order is what has to change. The first one is to start from the body. A feeling reaches your body before it reaches your head. So if you open with what your body is doing right now, the writing gets much easier. Are your shoulders up around your ears? Is your jaw tight? Is there something heavy in your chest? Is your breathing shallow? None of this takes any thinking. You just observe and write it down. And here's the strange part. Once you've written, "There's a knot in my chest, my breathing is short," the sentence, "Oh, I'm anxious right now," arrives on its own. The second one is to stop writing the word annoyed. It's the most common word in emotion journals, and it isn't really the name of a feeling. It's more like a lid sitting on top of several feelings at once. Lift it just one layer. Underneath, you might feel you felt dismissed, or wronged, or that you're simply exhausted. Here's why that matters. If you are dismissed, you need to say something. If you're exhausted, you need to sleep. When the name gets accurate, the next move decides itself. The third one is that 3 lines is plenty. If you set out to write something long, you end up writing nothing at all, so it helps to lock the shape in advance. Write the body first, then put a name to the feeling, then 1 line for what you want to say about it. Something like this: "My shoulders are tight and I keep sighing. I thought it was annoyance, but it's hurt. I wanted someone to notice how hard I worked." That's the whole thing. It takes 30 seconds. And because it takes 30 seconds, you'll write it again tomorrow. The fourth one is not to write it nicely. This is the other thing that kills an emotion journal. Nobody else is going to read it, and yet you tidy the sentences, fix the typos, and eventually it becomes a chore and you stop. Bad grammar is fine. Swearing is fine. No conclusion is fine. Ending with "I don't know" is completely fine. A journal isn't a piece of writing, it's an outlet. The moment you start tidying, the outflow stops. The fifth one is that you never have to read it back. There's a lot of advice out there about reviewing what you wrote and reflecting on it. I'd say the opposite. If you believe you have to reread it, you won't write it in the first place. The moment you picture a future reader, even if that reader is you start writing nicely again. The truth is, it already happens while you write. A blurry feeling becomes a sentence, and once it has a shape, it's smaller than you are. That's enough. The sixth one is that on the days you can't write, 1 line will do. The promise to write every single day is usually what kills the habit. On those days, just put down, "I don't want to write anything today." That counts as a record. And people who write that 1 line are far likelier to write again the next day than people who skipped entirely. So, to pull it together, start from the body, not the event. Don't stop at annoyed. Lift the lid 1 layer. 3 lines is plenty, and it doesn't have to be well written. You never have to read it back, and on an empty day, 1 line is enough. You don't need to do all 6 of these. If you only take 1 thing today, take starting from the body. There's something I want to say honestly though. If sleep won't come or won't stop, if eating has become hard, if basic things like washing or cleaning aren't happening, or if you've had thoughts of hurting yourself, please don't try to solve that with a journal. Writing is a tool for sorting your mind. It isn't treatment. That's the point where seeing a professional is the right call. I'm not a mental health professional. Everything I've said here is just what was left after I tried it myself, and nothing more than that. I'm building an anonymous journaling space called Nameless Forest. No comments, no ratings, just a place to write things down. A place where none of it has to be written well. It's a place where how you feel matters more than who you are. I'll be waiting there.